Shalom Yisrael. I'm going to start by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, Yahushua, double honors to Apostle GMS, and honesty brothers are doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. It's what's the date today? Today is December the 17th, so in just over a week's time, this world will be going crazy. Um, Celebrating all of this Christmas stuff, but basically in this edition of GMS Origins, usually I would do it with, the form I've been using recently, but, just for the longer ones, so that it's a bit more edifying, I'm just going to do it as a video instead. So let's get into the story. So this is taken from www.sabbathcovenant.com/book 2 mystery religion of Babylon/chapter 5.htm. I'll leave a link in the description box. So I'm going to start reading. This is like a couple paragraphs down. This is Christmas, being the birthday of whom the world calls Jesus, has its origins in the Babylonian mystery religion. In order to secure her reign as Queen of Babylon after Nimrod's death, Semiramis, who's also known as Ishtar, Easter, which is also where you get the story of Easter from, because a lot of all of the quote Christian holidays that are observed today have their roots in this in basically paganism. Good Friday, that's Dagon. Easter, that's once again Semiramis, Ishtar, however you want to say her name. And the only time you see Easter in the Bible, it's a mistranslation rather, of Pesach in the Greek, which means Passover. One would carry on reading. So it says Semiramis had to devise a way of keeping the spirit of Nimrod alive. She had already deified Nimrod as Baal, the sun god, but needed Nimrod to return to the people. Semiramis consulted her astrologers, who told her that the sun dies on the 21st of December, i.e. the shortest day of the year, but then it begins to come back to life again on the eve of December 24th, as the days begin to grow longer. And then they have an excerpt here from The Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. It says, in paganism, this is what is known as the winter solstice, which falls on December 21st, when the earth is the furthest away from the sun. On December 24th, the earth begins to rotate back around the sun and comes closer to the sun. But the pagans did not know this in earlier time, before science and telescopes. These pagans in Babylon thought that the sun died on December 21st and then it began to resurrect on the eve of December 24th, and then it made its full rebirth on December 25th. They believed this to be the birthday of Nimrod, or Baal, the sun god. Using astrology as a guide, Semiramis became pregnant on around March 25th, i.e. 9 months before December 25th. And then she concocted a legend for the Babylonian people, so it's the so-called Hamites, telling them that on December 24th, first, Nimrod dies each year, but then on December 25th, Nimrod is born again as the sun god of Baal. Hence, on December 25th, the sun god is celebrated around the world with many different names. And it goes on to say, Semiramis told the Babylonians that she had become the goddess of the moon and the sky, and that Nimrod was being reincarnated in her womb as Baal, the sun god, on December 25th. We finish the paragraph. It says, she told the Babylonians that Nimrod impregnated her with the rays of the sun supernaturally, and Nimrod reincarnated himself as a new son, Tammuz, on December 25th, which is where you get this whole immaculate conception nonsense, because that's where it comes from. If the Most High has woken you up, and this isn't a topic of this sit down, maybe it can be the topic of another one. But basically, when you look into it, the virgin birth has absolutely nothing to do with the scriptures. Yeah, the word virgin there is used, in the English, but that's because English is a bastard tongue, and ultimately that's because the Most High has used that as a stumbling block, so that some people can't get it. People will be they'll read the word virgin, and you know that everyone before they came in, not maybe not everyone, but a lot of us brothers before we came in the truth, we read virgin, we just thought, yeah, virgin birth, it makes sense, but then when you actually break it down, you actually read the scriptures, you realize, nah, you've been being fed a lie, which is basically what this whole society is built upon, just lies. Um, but I'll carry on reading. It says, and there are multiple videos that GMS have done on the virgin birth. You know, so it says her new son was named Tammuz according to Ezekiel 8:14, or generically he was called Baal, which means Lord or husband. Each year on Tammuz's birthday on December 25th, the pagans were ordered by Semiramis to go into the groves forest and placed a gift on a tree to honor Nimrod. He was cut down like a tree by a boar. This article unfortunately misses out some stuff. Not article, so this no, just call it an article. It misses out some stuff. So basically, Nimrod was killed by a wild boar, and the one of the legends was an evergreen tree. Grew out of them, some nonsense like that. These Hamites, man. Nimrod, who was cut down like a tree, they were also ordered to cut down an evergreen tree, take it into their homes and decorate it with silver and gold balls to symbolize Nimrod's testicles, and those balls as well. Because he was revered as the sun god. Those balls, that's also what it represents, I believe. So it says, trees and branches became symbols of Nimrod. So like, trees and branches became symbols of Nimrod because Nimrod was cut down by Shem, the son of Noah. So like, blah, blah, blah. And another thing they basically don't put there, which is verified by the scriptures, is this belief that if you didn't if you didn't put presents underneath that tree, something bad will happen to you. So then the next point here is, how was Christmas passed down to us in Christianity? It says in the pagan Roman society during the time, you got Yeshua here, us here at GNS know his name is Yahushua, was impaled by Rome on a stake. They instituted the Saturnalia in honor of the god Saturn. It was a lawless celebration held on December 25th. Lo, Saturnalia. Now it's ho, 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 Merry Christmas. So like, where was I? It was a lawless celebration held on December 25th, the birthday of Nimrod and Tammuz. Each year, an innocent person would be chosen by the community as a human sacrifice of the gods. This person would be forced into engaging in all types of physical pleasures, food, sex, etc., throughout the week leading up to Saturnalia, then murdered on December 25th with the aim of obtaining the god's blessing for the coming year crops. In addition to human sacrifice, there was a widespread intoxication, and the people would go house to house singing, which is where you get caroling from. The people would mimic human sacrifice by eating human-shaped biscuits. We call them gingerbread men. The Encyclopedia Britannica, volume 24, page 231, tells us that people would give each other gifts, primarily to children in the form of dolls, which represented sacrificed human beings to the infernal gods. And that goes on to say, Christianity incorporated Saturnalia into the religion of Constantine Christianity, calling it Christmas in the 4th century AD. No such festival exists in the Bible, which is true. The only reference of, quote, Christmas that you get in the scriptures is in Jeremiah the 10th chapter, which I'll basically get onto.